we've got on there. You guys can check out all of the articles for basketball, of course. As we mentioned, all those articles that we'll have up there for you, as well as you can go back and read the 880 article that Josh wrote up, what it means for him, for Roy Williams to reach that milestone as a guy that's been a fan of him his entire basketball watching career since Roy Williams took over back in 2004 or 2004, excuse me, and that's been his guy. So go back, read that. It's a great article. And make sure you guys check that out. Also on the website, we've got a ton of football stuff for you guys. We got Power Eccles, who of course committed, Caleb Hood, who committed, those two guys now a little over 2 weeks, or just around 2 weeks actually, since Caleb Hood committed. So plenty of stuff to read about them, read a little bit in depth, as well as who we think will be the next guy to commit to the class. And when we're focusing on the 2020 season, we've also got an article up there about the schedule. We'll, of course, have you covered on National Signing Day. The Tar Heels expected to sign just one more guy to the 2020 class, and that is Elijah Burris, the running back, who was unable to sign with the team back in the December deadline. So he'll sign with the February signing period and will come in the fall. So we'll have you covered with everything with that. And before we turn our attention fully to the 2021 class. Also, of course, want to encourage you guys to also go and check out QCBroadcasting.com. It's the new hub for podcast here, just in the general North Carolina sports area. Really focuses in Charlotte. We're going to be doing some amateur live streaming, for some local high school sports here pretty soon. But right now, it's a site that is focused on podcasting right now in the local area. So we're trying to get some Carolina Panthers, Charlotte Hornets, Carolina Hurricanes stuff on there, but already on the website, got a ton of Carolina basketball stuff with the Roy's Boys podcast on there, as well as UNC Hoops Talk with Dan DeWitt. Also on the website, Heel Tough Blog podcast, which of course ties in with the Heel Tough blog. Covers football in depth. Of course, you guys can go back, check out some really good editions of that podcast, including the schedule breakdown that me and Josh did the other day, as well as my interview with Langston Wirtz Jr., which breaks down Power Eccles' commitment, as well as some of the other local area targets in Charlotte. Of course, Langston Wirtz of the Charlotte Observer does such a great job, so go back, check those out. Also on the website, not one that many of us would be interested in listening to, but maybe if you have some NC State fans that you are friends with, make sure they check out the Red and White podcast, which is on the website there. So, want to thank you guys for listening to this edition of the Roy's Boys podcast. Of course, go back, check out all the other episodes. Adam Lucas, just 2 episodes back, 107, you can go back, hear what he had to say about when Cole Anthony did return, which happened today. So go back, listen to that. He updates you on a couple of other things as well, and talks a little bit about Roy and his accomplishment getting to 880. So thank you guys again for listening to this edition of the Roy's Boys podcast. Rate, review, subscribe on anywhere that you get your podcast. We greatly appreciate that. So once again, thank you guys for listening, and as always, go Tar Heels!